Little effort, big growth. Emma wakes at 6:30 in the morning. She rises from her bed with a small smile. Her room is tidy and calm. The soft light of the sun fills the space. Emma feels happy because today is a new day full of chances to learn. She walks to the kitchen with gentle steps. Her mother is there and makes a bowl of warm cereal. Her father reads the newspaper at the table. They greet each other with kind words. Emma sits down and eats slowly. The simple breakfast makes her feel safe and loved. After breakfast, Emma goes back to her room. She brushes her teeth carefully. She looks at herself in the mirror and sees her bright eyes and cheerful smile. Then she puts on her school uniform. The uniform is blue and white. Emma ties her shoelaces with care. She is ready for her day. At 7:15, Emma leaves the house. She walks to the bus stop with a spring in her step. When the yellow school bus arrives, she climbs aboard happily. On the bus, she sits next to her friend Mike. Mike has a kind face and a gentle voice. They talk about the bright morning and the simple things in life. They share a laugh as the bus rumbles through the quiet streets. Outside the bus window, Emma sees green trees and colorful flowers. The birds sing on the branches. The sky is blue and clear. The town looks peaceful. Emma enjoys watching the busy life go by. She thinks about the little wonders that surround her every day. At 7:30, the bus stops at the school. Emma steps off and walks towards the big, friendly building. Many children are gathered near the gate. They smile and wave at each other. Emma feels a sense of belonging as she joins her friends on the school steps. There is a gentle energy that fills the air. Inside the classroom, Emma finds her seat. Her teacher, Mrs. Brown, stands by the board. Mrs. Brown writes the date in large, neat letters. The room is quiet. The lesson begins with a short, simple story. The words on the board are clear and easy. Emma listens with an open heart. When she does not know a word, she asks with a small voice. Mrs. Brown explains the word in a kind way. The lesson lasts for 40 minutes. Emma reads her book and follows along. Some sentences are new to her, but she enjoys the challenge. Her classmates share their thoughts in simple sentences, one word at a time. The classroom fills with the sound of gentle voices. Everyone listens and learns together. After the lesson, there is a short break. Emma goes outside with her friend Lucy. They sit on the fresh green grass near the school garden. The garden has pretty flowers and a small fountain. Lucy and Emma talk about their plans for the weekend. They imagine playing in the park and drawing pictures. The sun shines warmly on their faces. It is a quiet moment of friendship and rest. Soon, the next lesson begins. Today, the subject is math. The teacher writes numbers on the board. The lesson is on simple addition. Emma looks at her paper and writes the numbers neatly. When the teacher asks the class a question, Emma raises her hand. She says,
2 plus 3 is 5.
The teacher smiles and praises her work. The simple math makes Emma feel proud and confident. After math, the class moves to art. The children sit around tables with paper and crayons. Emma chooses bright colors to draw a big house and a tall tree. She carefully fills the paper with red, yellow, and green. Her teacher walks around and says,
"Great job, Emma."
The praise makes her heart flutter with joy. Soon it is lunchtime. Emma and her friends walk to the school cafeteria. They sit at a long table and share their meals. The food is simple. There is a sandwich, a piece of fruit, and a cup of milk. Emma talks with her friends about a funny cartoon she watched at home. They speak in short, clear sentences and laugh together. The cafeteria is full of friendly voices and soft music. After lunch, the afternoon lessons begin. The next class is music. In the music room, the teacher sings a simple song. The melody is soft and the words are clear. Emma listens and tries to sing along. The sound of the gentle music fills the room and makes her feel calm. School ends at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Emma gathers her books and waves goodbye to her teacher and friends. She feels happy about her learning yet a little tired from the busy day. On the ride home, she sits by the window of the bus. The engine hums quietly. Emma watches the trees and houses pass by once more. When Emma arrives home, her mother greets her at the door with a warm hug. She tells her about the day in a soft voice. Emma listens closely as her mother asks,
"How was your day at school?"
Emma answers that the day was full of small joys and kind moments. After this, Emma goes to her room to do her homework. The work is simple. She writes short answers in her notebook and checks her work with care. In her free time after homework, Emma plays a game on her tablet. The game shows letters and numbers. It teaches her new words and helps her practice math. The bright screen and fun sounds make learning enjoyable. Emma taps and laughs as she learns new things. As the day comes to an end, Emma sits with her family at the dinner table. They eat a simple meal of rice, vegetables, and a bit of meat. They talk in short sentences about everything that happened during the day. The conversation is calm and loving. Emma listens to the stories of her parents and shares her own little adventures from school. After dinner, Emma loves to read. She takes her favorite book and sits by the window. The book has big words and clear pictures. It tells a gentle tale of friendship and kindness. Emma reads slowly, enjoying every simple word. Outside the window, the night sky grows dark and the stars twinkle softly. Finally, Emma goes to bed. She brushes her teeth one last time and changes into her soft pajamas. Lying down on her cozy bed, she closes her eyes. Emma thinks about all the small moments of her day. Each moment is precious and fills her heart with hope. In the quiet of the night, Emma dreams of a bright tomorrow. The morning and school have given Emma many gentle memories. Every sound, every word, and every smile has touched her heart. Her simple day shows her that life is beautiful in the small moments. Emma woke up to the bright sound of a new morning. Today was a special day. The birds sang outside her window. She felt a gentle excitement about the day ahead. At breakfast, Emma sat with her family. Her mother made fresh toast and eggs. Her father brewed a warm cup of tea. Emma ate slowly and thought of the school project that awaited her. Her teacher had given the class a science project for the week. The project was about plants and how they grow. After breakfast, Emma dressed in her neat school uniform. She put on her shoes and checked her backpack. Inside, there were books and a folder for her project. She remembered that Mrs. Brown had given a simple list of tasks. The first task was to choose a small plant and observe it at home. Emma felt ready for this small challenge. Emma walked to the bus stop. The sky was clear and kind. Her friend Lucy waited there with a bright smile. They talked about the project as the yellow bus arrived. On the bus, the soft hum of the engine filled the air. Emma and Lucy shared their hopes for a day full of learning. At school, the classroom felt calm and cheerful. Mrs. Brown greeted the students with a gentle smile. She wrote the project instructions on the board in clear, short sentences. The project was simple. Each student had to choose a small plant. They needed to water the plant and watch its growth every day. They also had to write a few small notes on its changes. Emma listened closely and wrote down the instructions in her notebook. During the science lesson, Emma looked around the room. She noticed how every student was eager to learn. Mike raised his hand to ask a question about the right amount of water for a plant. Mrs. Brown explained that a little water each day was best. The words were clear and easy to follow. Emma felt confident to start her own project. After the lesson, the children had a short break. Emma visited the small school garden. The garden was full of little plants and colorful flowers. In a quiet corner, she found a tiny plant with soft stems and small leaves. Emma gently picked the plant to take it home. She planned to care for it and record its changes in her project folder. At lunchtime, Emma sat with her friends in the school cafeteria. Her meal was a small sandwich and a crisp apple. The table was lively with easy conversation. Lucy mentioned that she would study a pretty flower for her own project. Mike said he wanted to observe a little herb from his kitchen. Their voices were kind and clear as they shared ideas. After school, Emma and Lucy went to the public library. The library was modern and very quiet. Emma loved the soft sound of pages turning. She found a book about plants that used simple words and bright pictures. Sitting at a round table, Emma opened the book and read about how plants use water and light. She discovered many small details that she could use in her project. Lucy joined Emma at the table. They shared the book and talked about each page. In another corner of the library, a small computer displayed clear text and pictures of different plants. Emma used it to search for more ideas. She learned that plants need care each day. Emma wrote down the new facts in her project folder. The library's calm atmosphere made learning feel fun and peaceful. Later in the afternoon, Emma and Lucy walked back together. The soft breeze made the walk pleasant. They talked about the interesting facts they had learned. Emma felt happy to share ideas with Lucy. The streets were quiet and the sky stayed bright throughout their walk. When Emma returned home, she greeted her mother with a warm hug. After a quick snack, she went to her room. Emma cleared a space on her small desk. She took out her project folder and began to write. Carefully, she wrote a short story about the little plant she had chosen. She described its soft stem and tiny leaves. Emma noted how she would water it each day and observe its small changes. Her words were short and clear. In the early evening, Emma helped her mother prepare dinner. They set the table with care and arranged the dishes neatly. Dinner was steamed vegetables, rice, and a little chicken. As they ate, Emma told her parents about her science project. Her voice was soft and full of excitement. Her parents listened with kind eyes. They praised her for her hard work and clear ideas. After dinner, Emma sat down at her desk to finish her homework. She read each lesson carefully. The pages had simple words that were easy to understand. Emma wrote her answers in short sentences. The quiet of her room helped her concentrate well. Soon, she completed her work and closed her notebook with a small smile. Before going to bed, Emma opened her diary. In her diary, she wrote about her day in simple words. She described the plant, the library, and her friendly conversations. Every line was clear and true. Emma felt that each day brought a new little lesson. Writing in her diary made her feel happy and thoughtful. Late in the evening, Emma sat on her bed and listened to soft music on her small radio. The gentle tunes made the room calm and the day seemed complete. She thought about how learning was like tending a small garden. Every fact and every new word was a drop of water that helped her grow. The night felt peaceful and full of calm dreams. Finally, Emma turned off the light and closed her eyes. In the quiet of her room, she dreamed of tomorrow and the progress she would see in her project. With a warm heart and a clear mind, Emma slept soundly, ready for another gentle day of learning and growth. Emma wakes up feeling refreshed. The air outside is crisp and bright. She stretches her arms and smiles. Today is the final day of her science project. She feels excited to see the changes in her small plant. After a simple breakfast, Emma walks to her desk. The tiny plant sits in a small pot near the window. Its leaves look healthy and fresh. Emma picks up her notebook and reads her past entries. Each day, she recorded small changes, new leaves, stronger stems, and the soft way the plant grew. She carefully writes her final notes, describing how the plant has developed over the week. At school, Emma enters the classroom with quiet joy. Her classmates carry their own plant projects. Each child has observed something different: a flower, a small herb, a leafy sprout. Mrs. Brown asks the students to share their findings. Emma listens to each voice. Some children talk about the color of their leaves. Others explain how they measured growth. Every project is unique. When it is Emma's turn, she holds up her notebook and speaks in simple sentences. She explains that her plant started small. She describes how she watered it each day and placed it near the sunlight.
The leaves grew bigger.
Emma says.
The plant looks strong now.
She finishes her presentation and looks at Mrs. Brown. The teacher smiles warmly and says,
You did a great job, Emma.
After the presentations, Mrs. Brown asks the class to write a short reflection. Emma opens her notebook and writes,
My plant started very small. I gave it water and sunlight every day. Slowly, it changed. It grew tall and strong. This project taught me that small care makes a big difference.
The classroom is quiet. Every student writes down their thoughts. Emma feels proud of her work. She looks around and sees her friends writing too. She knows that each of them learned something valuable. At lunchtime, Emma sits with Lucy and Mike. They talk about their projects. Mike says,
Taking care of a plant is like learning something new. It needs time.
Lucy nods and adds,
It shows that small actions matter.
Emma agrees. Every small effort builds something bigger. After school, Emma returns home with her project folder. She places the plant near the kitchen window. Her mother looks at it and says,
You took care of it so well.
Emma feels warm inside. She knows that learning is not only about books, it is also about observing the world. In the evening, Emma spends time reading a short story. The story is about kindness. The words are simple and clear. She enjoys each sentence and thinks about how she can show kindness in her daily life. Before bed, she writes in her diary,
I learned a lot today. Little things, like caring for a plant, matter. I will keep watching how things grow.
As the night deepens, Emma lies in bed with a peaceful heart. Her small plant stands by the window, reminding her that growth happens step by step. Slowly, her eyes close, and she drifts into a quiet sleep, dreaming of all the little lessons still waiting for her.